The Boston Celtics are at a crossroads, and the decisions made in the coming weeks could echo through history. With a new owner taking charge, the pressure mounts as the team contemplates keeping a pivotal player whose contract could lead to astronomical penalties. Will they stick with a shooter who's proven to be a game-changer? Or will they make the tough call to let him go? Don't miss our analysis on this pivotal moment in Celtics history. And make sure to subscribe and like this video to keep up with all the latest updates. With the Boston Celtics stepping into a new era under the ownership of William Chisholm, there's a palpable excitement in the air, but also a significant challenge looming. Chisholm, a lifelong Celtics fan, is not only tasked with maintaining the legacy of this storied franchise, but also managing the astronomical payroll that comes with it. The recent news about Sam Hauser's contract extension raises some crucial questions about the team's financial future and championship aspirations. Let's talk numbers. Hauser just signed a 4-year, $45 million extension, a deal that might seem reasonable on the surface. However, when you factor in the luxury tax implications, keeping him around could cost the Celtics a staggering $90 million. That's right, $10 million for Hauser's salary, and an additional $80 million in luxury tax penalties. This is not a trivial amount, especially when you consider the Celtics are already projected to pay a whopping $445 million in total salaries and luxury taxes by the 2025-26 season. Now, what does this mean for the Celtics roster? With Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown already locked into massive contracts, Tatum's at $315 million and Brown's at $304 million. The Celtics are heading into a financial tightrope walk. They've built a championship-caliber team, but it comes with a hefty price tag. And while Hauser has emerged as a key player, especially as a shooter, I can't help but wonder if this decision was the best one for Boston's future. Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Hauser has proved his worth on the court. He's become a reliable scorer, averaging 7 points per game with an impressive 41.6% shooting from beyond the arc. For a team that thrives on spacing and shooting, having a player like him is invaluable. But on the other hand, committing such a substantial amount to him could limit the Celtics' flexibility in the future. It's a classic case of weighing immediate contributions against long-term viability. Chisholm's leadership will be crucial as he navigates these treacherous waters. The Celtics are in a position where they need to balance maintaining their core while also being strategic about their financial commitments. The new collective bargaining agreement is putting pressure on teams like Boston, indicating that while you can have star players, you can't keep everyone without repercussions. The question arises, is keeping Hauser worth the potential sacrifice of other roster moves down the line? And then there's the looming question of whether this core can continue to ascend. As a passionate Celtics fan, I've seen the highs and lows of this franchise. We've had our share of heartbreaks, but the promise of a championship is always a beacon of hope. Tatum and Brown are not just stars, they are the lifeblood of this team. If Hauser's contract creates financial strain, will it hinder our ability to reinforce the roster around our stars? Moreover, the Celtics' future playoff success hinges not just on the talent on the team, but also on how well they can manage their payroll. The decisions made now will resonate for years to come. If they want to build a dynasty, they need to ensure their financial health aligns with their competitive ambitions. It's a delicate balance that Chisholm must strike, and it's one that will have all of us fans on the edge of our seats. So, what do you think? Was locking up Sam Hauser the right decision? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Are you confident that this move will pay off, or do you share my concerns about the financial implications? Let's get a discussion going because your opinions matter. The Boston Celtics are at a significant crossroads following the sale of the franchise to Bill Chisholm, a lifelong fan from the Boston area. This marks a pivotal moment for the organization, especially after the high of winning the NBA championship just a year ago. Now, with a new owner at the helm, the question on every fan's mind is, how will this impact the roster? Chisholm's decision-making will be closely scrutinized as he weighs the pros and cons of keeping the current core intact versus making moves to cut costs. The Celtics have a strong history, but they also have some hefty contracts that could be on the chopping block. Two names in particular stand out as prime candidates for relocation: Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Let's start with Jrue Holiday. At 34 years old, he's having one of the most challenging offensive seasons of his career. The stats don't lie. He's set to earn a staggering $32.4 million next year. and it goes up to $34.8 million the following season. With a player option, looming at $37.2 million for 2027-28, the financial implications of keeping him are massive. If Chisholm decides to trim the fat, moving Holiday would not only lighten the salary cap, but also open the door for Peyton Pritchard to step into the starting role. Pritchard has shown flashes of brilliance and could be ready to take on that responsibility. Now shifting our focus to Kristaps Porzingis, the big man has struggled to stay healthy since joining the Celtics. A mere 91 games over the last 2 seasons is concerning, to say the least. The injury history raises a red flag, especially considering his $30.7 million salary next year. The Celtics could opt to deal him as a contract that's about to expire, which could free up some valuable cap space for future acquisitions. The reality we face is that while Porzingis has potential, his inability to stay on the court is a gamble that may not pay off. These decisions are not just financial, they're deeply emotional for us as fans. We've watched these players fight and bleed green, but we also know that the business side of basketball is relentless. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. Part of me wants to see this core stick together, to run it back and see if they can capture another championship. But then another part of me understands that sometimes change is necessary for growth. The reality is, Chisholm has a delicate balancing act ahead. While the joy of winning the title is fresh, he must consider the long-term health of the franchise. Keeping the core intact could foster continuity and chemistry, but it could also lead to stagnation if these contracts become burdensome. On the other hand, making bold moves could refresh the roster and create new opportunities, but it risks disrupting the synergy that has brought us success. As passionate fans of the Celtics, we have a stake in these decisions. We want to see our team thrive, to bring home another banner to the TD Garden. But every trade, every contract negotiation, carries with it the weight of expectation and hope. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm right there with you, feeling the highs and the lows. And you? What do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Your thoughts matter as we navigate this uncertain terrain together. Are we ready for a shakeup, or should we back the players who've brought us joy and success? Join the conversation, because your insights could be the spark for our next debate. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Celtics. We're in this together, and I'll be right here, breaking down every move and analyzing what it means for our beloved team. Also, activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep the conversation going, Celtics Nation.